Actors like Tom Cruise can go from starring in a billion-dollar box office action hit like Top Gun Maverick to being in a drama like Eyes Wide Shut. Cruise isn't the only one who tends to stray away from action-packed blockbusters to play minor roles in films of other genres. So in this video, we'll be listing down some of the best action stars who were in non-action movies. First up at number 10, Mark Wahlberg in an adult comedy. The only thing Mark Wahlberg loves more than working out at the gym is holding a prop gun in a movie, whether it's made of some sort of alien robot technology in Transformers or a standard pistol in a crime thriller. And when we say he loves guns, we're not exaggerating. He literally stars in a movie called Two Guns. Guess we know what his favorite Green Day song is, huh? But when the 51-year-old muscle man isn't plotting a heist or taking down the bad guys, you can find him dealing with a talking teddy bear in the hilarious adult comedy Ted.
Oh, look at that one. Waspy white guy fish. I married the wrong woman.
Mandy.
Nope.
Marilyn.
Nope.
Brittany.
Nope.
Tiffany.
Nope.
Candace.
Nope.
Don't fuck with me on this. I know this shit.
Mark also has great chemistry with Will Ferrell since they've been in two comedies together, namely The Other Guys and Daddy's Home. When it comes to comedies, Wahlberg always has the presence of a perfectionist who's about to miss his train because of how tense and fast his lines are delivered. The actor sure can balance the best of both worlds because movies like Ted and Ted 2 are absolutely hilarious. It really feels like Mark's being himself when he's not holding a gun. Up next at number 9, Jason Statham coaches prisoners. It's hard to imagine the famous leading bald men of Hollywood being in movies where they're not running away from the police, especially English actor Jason Statham. It's like his infant self learned how to load a rifle before crawling. Just have a look at some of the posters to his movies. We'll do it with you. So we've got a gun, intimidating pose, cars and muscular men who'll definitely be holding guns, and wait, is that a shark? As if shooting bad guys wasn't enough, the man has to go after aquatic wildlife. Anyway, Jason also stars in the 2001 comedy drama Mean Machine as the monk.
Bob, the ref's way to play on and... Oh no, Bob, what goes through Monk's head?
Scary thought, Bob.
Yeah, I'd hate to think what he dreams about.
An inmate who meets Danny Meehan, a soccer captain who's sent to prison after a brawl with some policemen. The football player gathers a team of prisoners so they can play a match against the warden and some other officials. Coming up with The Rock and something lighthearted at number 8. Speaking of bald men in Hollywood, you won't believe how hard it is to find a movie Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has been in that doesn't involve his gray t-shirt surrounded by trees and bushes in the middle of a jungle. For that, we looked back at his early work from when he had some hair on his head. During his electrifying career as a WWE superstar, The Rock was in two family movies called The Game Plan and Tooth Fairy.
What happened? Why are you late? Where have you been?
Don't talk to me.
Why are you wet?
Shut up. Oh, and I hate this job.
These were adorable films that really gave us the impression Johnson is a soft sweetheart under all those layers of protein and abs. He was also the voice behind Maui in Moana, a wonderful Disney animated musical. But then something happened, as if the wizard from Shazam cursed Dwayne with the ability to star in nothing but action blockbusters. If you count the Jumanji films as a typical action movie, we can't remember the last time the former WWE wrestler has done something remotely close to him dressing up as a fairy that collects teeth. Someone contact his agents right now. We need a sequel to that classic. Not to mention the adorable father-daughter relationship that was going on in The Game Plan, where The Rock plays a famous NFL quarterback who has to balance his life as an athlete and a single father. We're tired of what's going on in Hollywood these days. Bring back family movies like these. Now for Bruce Willis meeting strange children at number 7. Okay, we promise this is the last hairless man on the list, but it seems like these are the most entertaining ones. Bruce Willis is known for his iconic roles in Die Hard and M. Night Shyamalan's Unbreakable trilogy. Willis doesn't really star in typical shootout or car chase kind of action flicks. Instead, they can be a little science fiction-y or adventurous. In The Sixth Sense, he portrays a child psychiatrist who treats a young boy that acts as the bridge between the real world and the spirit world. If you haven't seen this classic, it's amazing how you haven't avoided the biggest spoiler in cinematic history. Other than Ghost Kids, Willis stumbles upon his past self in The Kid.
Grow up. Grow up.
Yes, that's the title of the movie. Don't you just hate simple names like that? The Kid, The One, Saw, The King, and so on. Oh, don't get us started with the Netflix show You. It's impossible to have a normal conversation regarding the show. Okay, we went a little off topic there, so back to old Bruce here in his heartfelt Disney fantasy movie where a man faces his past self in an unconventional way. It seems like Willis is capable of doing much more than dying hard. Get it? Moving on to Zorro, the lawyer at number 6. Spanish actor Antonio Banderas brings life to many popular characters like Zorro, Leonardo, the dad from Spy Kids, and even Puss in Boots. He starred in various genres of films such as musicals like Take the Lead and Evita. A popular one is a dramatized story called The Laundromat.
Privacy. Now, privacy and secrecy are two different things. Privacy is locking the bathroom door when you want to take a pee. Secrecy, on the other hand, is locking the door because what you are doing in a bathroom isn't what people usually do.
Which is about the Panama Papers case. Banderas portrays Ramon Fonseca, one of the two lawyers involved in the historical document leak. Antonio stars alongside Gary Oldman in this Netflix original, which is a very fun watch, and no, it doesn't have any hardcore weapons in it. Let's talk about Good Will Hunting at the top 5. Matt Damon may be classified as an action star because of the majority of his filmography. Saving Private Ryan, Interstellar, and the Bourne franchise are all examples of the genre we've been blabbering about in this video. Back in 1997, he co-starred alongside the late Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting, a beautiful and heartfelt film about a genius mathematician finding his potential with the help of an MIT professor.
I look at you, I don't see an intelligent, confident man. I see a cocky, scared, shitless kid.
If you haven't seen it, be warned, you might need a couple of tissues towards the end. This is a great film about life and the problems that come with it. Damon also meddles with random comedies like Downsizing and We Bought a Zoo. Take a wild guess at what the latter is about. Following up with the Fast and Furious actor at number 4. Vin Diesel parked his car in 2000 when he starred in Boiler Room, a movie about a college dropout who gets a job as a broker for an investment firm. The plot thickens when he discovers the corruption and greed that comes with his new job. Aside from Dominic Toretto in the Fast and Furious franchise, Diesel is also popular for his voice acting in Guardians of the Galaxy. Even though he just says 3 words throughout all the Marvel movies, he's still a lovable character, and the actor seems to be having a hell of a time.
We are Groot.
Oh shoot, we just forgot that this is another bald man on the list. Okay, last one this time, we promise. Now for Angelina Jolie at the top 3. Yes, Miss Jolie is definitely an action superstar because of her iconic movies like Salt, Tomb Raider, and Wanted. But she shines just as bright in dramas and fantasy adventures like Girl Interrupted and Maleficent. Girl Interrupted is an emotional drama about a girl who attempts to end her life and meets a bunch of people at a mental institute that influence her life. The all-star cast does a tremendous job in this 1999 classic. Up next, Detective James Bond at number 2. It's odd to see Daniel Craig play a role that isn't Agent 007 in a spy movie, yet he does a great job in Knives Out as Benoit Blanc, a detective who's hired by the Thrombey family to solve the murder of Harlan Thrombey. Craig sure loves the detective side of Hollywood because before Knives Out, he was in David Fincher's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, where he plays the role of a journalist named Mikhail Blankfist. This time he's met with hacker Elizabeth Salander, and they embark on a journey to solve the mystery of a woman who's been missing for 40 years. Lastly, Liam Neeson in an emotional biopic at number 1. Liam Neeson is as actiony as one can get. In 1993, Steven Spielberg cast him as Oskar Schindler in Schindler's List, a Nazi industrialist who helped free 1,200 Jews during the Holocaust. You may find a war film boring, but we guarantee you this one can be quite a tearjerker. Be sure to use the bathroom before watching it though, because it runs over 3 hours. It's always great to see actors take on different roles in a totally new environment for a change. A great example these days is comedian Bill Hader doing a fantastic job at both acting and directing the hit HBO series Barry, but that's a comedy turned action actor, right? We should do a list for one of those some other time. And with that, we end this video. What are some of your favorite non-action films that star big bulky men who look like they sleep with a gun? Let us know in the comments below, leave a like and hit that subscribe button to see more of our content, and we'll see you in the next one.